Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of CAT Previous Year Question Paper Series. Today we are going to do one set from Logical Reasoning and Data Interpretation, slot 1. So let's jump to the set. So this was the set in the morning slot. This is the third set, especially. The data is very easy, and this was actually one of the most complicated sets also. So I would request you all first to pause this video right now, go through this information, try yourself solving the set. It has some 4 or 5 questions also, which we're going to discuss in detail as well. These were the 5 questions that were asked basis this particular set, out of which you can see that 4 questions had the options, whereas the first question it was a data question. So set theory, Venn diagram, or any other situations also, or any other concepts also you can use to simplify the information. So let's just jump into that. So if you have read the set, basically it talks about a college event, 1 day, 2 day, and 3 day event. These were the categories, and some people are not interested also in that event. And then there is a description, or then there is a classification of boys and girls as well in the event, basically. So if we start representing the data, so suppose first part is not interested, then 1 day event, then 2 day event, then 3 day event, and then as I said, there was a description of boys and girls as well. Now there were singers, there were dancers. Pardon me for the handwriting. Then there was neither singers nor dancers, neither. Then there was girls, which were also singers and dancers, and neither, basically. So these are the categories that we are dealing with, and hence reading the information and having the correct interpretations is so very crucial in such type of sets actually. So when we start solving this now, what you will end up realizing is they have given a lot of data actually, that neither the girls, the total girls are 15. They have mentioned that we don't know the number of boys, so let that be X. Then number of singers they have given, that is 6 total singers I'm talking, and number of boys who are singers, that is 4. So total singers are 6, boys who are singers is 4, so obviously girls who are singers is 2. Then number of dancers, total number of dancers is 10, which is given. That means, and also number of boys who are dancers is 6, so that means number of girls who are dancers is 4, because total dancers is supposed to be 10. Then the boys were neither singer nor dancers, obviously. So total number of boys were X. Total total, if you observe, the boys who are dancers and singers is 10. If you subtract that from the total number of boys who are dancers and singers, that is 6 plus 4, you get the boys that are doing nothing. And whereas the number of girls, now we can easily find out, because we know the total number of girls, that is 15, out of which 2 are singers and 4 are dancers. So that means the remaining 9 girls, they are not doing anything in the activity or in the event, basically. Now comes the important information about the 1 day event, 2 day event, etc., etc. So we'll use equation approach. So if you read the data in statement number 1 and 2 precisely, you will see that this is 0.2x, and 20% of the boys are not interested, 80% or 0.8 are 1 day event, and 0.6 is for 2 day event, basically. Then girls who are not interested in anything is entirely 0. I mean, they are doing some or the other activity, out of which 15 are there for 1 day event, 2 are for singers 1 day event, 4 for dancers, and neither singers nor dancers is basically 9. Now, after this, if we read that further, let the number of girls who are interested in attending a 2 day event, yani this data is, suppose that is defined as A, and the number of girls who are dancers and interested in a 2-day event, let that be small b. Number of girls who are interested in a 2-day event, let that be A, and number of girls who are dancers and interested in 2-day event, let that be B. And now if you read the statement 3 and 4 from the original piece of information, you will get the further data points. So you're gonna get singers who are boys, that is 0, not interested wale, one day event wale, they will turn out to be 4. Then this 2-day event wale is also roughly 4. Then 3-day event 4. This is 2. This answers 2-day event 0.8x minus 4. Basically, then this becomes obviously 0.42x. Then this becomes girls, that is 2-day event, that is singers, that is 0.4a minus b. And lastly, 2-day event neither girls, 0.6a, because total girls were a, so obviously 0.6 is not doing that. Same goes for the other parts, this all will be 0 each. Statement number 3 and 4 will give you these many other pointers basically. Now 0.8x, if you see, it should be an integer number, and 0.8x should be an integer number for which this entire calculation 0.18x should be an integer, and it should be a multiple of 50 actually. So obviously this 0.18x should lie between 6 and 10. So what do we get from this is basically, that is 2 is less than or equal to 0.18x minus 4, which is this number, and it is less than or equal to 6 basically. When you solve that, this minus 4 goes on the other side, this becomes plus 4, 6 plus 4 becomes 10. So, and this minus 4 can also come on this side, so it will be added to 2, that will give you 6. So 6 should be 0.18x is between 6 and 10 including both the numbers. So obviously between 6 and 10 including both the numbers has to be a multiple of 50 as well. Obviously the only value that will satisfy is 50 itself basically. So this is the way you will get the value of x, that is 50. Once you get x, a lot of things are going to be super easy for you, especially boys now. So boys total is 50, which is x that we have got now. So 0.2x, that is 50 into 0.2, which gives us 10. 50 into 0.8 gives you 40, and this gives you 30. Then this calculation turns out to be 5. The other one turns out to be 21. So boys, all the data points you will easily now find out using this kind of calculation. And now finally, when we are going to the end part of the solution, the last statement, because if you remember, we have considered statement 1 and 2, which gave us the initial set. Statement number 3 and 4 gave us a lot of this other information, and then the value of x, which is number of boys, which is 50. And now from the last statement 5, we can now say that we'll get it for the girls basically. So again, if we solve that part of the girls, we know that 4 plus 0.4a minus b is equal to 5 plus b minus 1 basically. And when we solve that, we get 0.4a is equal to 2 plus 2b, or we'll get a is equal to 5 times 1 plus b. So from here what you understand is that a should be a multiple of 5, as this b is a whole number. So the possible values of a can be either 5 or 10 or 15. But if you see, the maximum value of b can be 4. Maximum value of b can be 4 considering the other data points. That means 0.4a minus b, 0.4a minus b, this number, girls that are interested in 2-day event and they are singers, that has to be only 2 basically. So the only possible value of A which is satisfying the above condition will be 5, and that means A is equal to 5 and clearly B is equal to 1. And when you do that calculation, obviously you will get the other data points as well. So A is 5 now. So 0.6 into 5, if you do, you will get 3 as the answer. And b is equal to 1, that means this number has to be 0 because a is 5 and this number is 21. 5, b is equal to 2, and lastly 0 and 3. That's the breakup of these many people. Now coming to boys who are dancers. So boys who are dancers, this can be not interested wale, either 0 or 1, or this can be 6 or 5. Lastly, neither singers nor dancers. Obviously, it has to be x minus 10, which is 40. So this can be either 10 or 9 or 30 or 31 because the additions of all these numbers should match up, and these are our values basically. Once we have these values, getting your answers is not going to be difficult at all. We can very quickly now go back and mark the answers of each and every questions. So let's start with the questions. The first question is very easy. That is, how many boys are there in the class? If you remember, that was x, which is 50, which we had found out. Question number 2, which of the following can be determined from the given information? The number of boys who are interested in 1-day event and are neither dancers or singers, and the number of female dancers who are interested in attending one event. So which of the informations can be found out? If you see the data exactly from all the calculations at the end, you can only and only find out about the number of female dancers who are interested in attending 1-day event, and that means answer option 4 is our answer. Third question, what fraction of the class are interested in attending a 2-day event? So interested in attending a 2-day event, the fraction, total number of people, should be the denominator. Numerator should be the number of class or the number of people who are attending a 2-day event. So that is 7 upon 13 basically. If you remember, 50 were boys and 15 were girls, so total is 65, and people who are attending a 2-day event, that is 35. 35 upon 65, if you divide by 5, gives us an answer of 7 by 13. Third question, answer option first. Fourth one, what is the best that can be concluded about the number of male dancers who are interested in attending 1-day event? So obviously we don't know that male dancers 1-day event, that number was either 5 or 6. Hence answer option 4. And fifth one, how many female dancers are interested? So very carefully, female dancers who are interested in attending 2-day event. Clearly that answer was 0, which is answer option 4 basically. So these are the answers to all the questions. I would request you all to go through this one more time because it was one of the toughest sets that the slot had, the morning slot had, and can be complicated also. Multiple of 5, there were some shortcut clues also. If you read the information correctly, you will be able to find it out, and sometimes few of the answers can be easily done also with that thought process. So we are done with this. Go through that one more time. If you have any questions, let us know. We'll be very happy to help you guys with the queries. We have batches for both MBA and BBA entrances like CAT, NMAT, ZAT, snap, nmat, tis, mhct, etc. We have offline and online classes at Borivali and Andheri. Will be helping you for your entire MBA or BBA test prep coaching. If you are interested, you can call us on the given numbers for the free demo/counseling session. Thank you so much. Hope to see you all in another session.